scriptures pertaining to death, and how you deal with death, whether it pertains to a loved one, family members, or death in general. Alright, so death is something that's natural. Alright, even if it's a vicious death, a normal death, all death comes from the Most High. Whether it's a peaceful death or it's a vicious death. Because the Most High brings death, He issues death. Alright, the Most High said man's life is like a candle that blows out. Alright, so the first scripture we're going to go to, we're going to start off. We're going to go to the book of Psalms 103. Psalms 103. And we're going to begin from the 8th verse. Psalms 103. We're going to start from the 8th verse.
The book of Psalms, chapter 103, verse 8. The Lord is merciful and gracious.
Right, so the Most High is merciful and He's gracious. Alright, so that's the nature of the Most High. The Most High has many different natures. He's a man of war. He's a man of justice, vengeance. He's merciful. He's gracious. He has all these qualities. Alright, so the Most High is merciful and He's gracious. Read on.
Slow to anger.
He's slow to anger. Alright, Most High is slow to anger. He tolerates a lot of foolishness, iniquities, crimes, and violence until He said enough is enough. But before He brings His wrath and judgment, He always gives the people a chance to repent. Right? Read on.
Plenteous in mercy. He will not always chide, neither will He keep His anger from forever.
Right, so the Most High is not going to keep anger forever. Alright? Read on.
He have not dealt with us after our sins, nor rewarded us according to our iniquities. For as the heaven is high above the earth, so great is His mercy toward them that fear Him. As far as the east is from the west, so far have He removed our transgressions from us.
Right, so that's how the Most High removes our transgression. As the east is far from the west, that's the same way the Most High removes our transgressions. Alright? Showing you His mercies and His graciousness. Read on.
Like as a father pitieth his children, so the Lord pitieth them that fear Him. For He knoweth our frame. He remembereth that we are dust.
So the Most High knows we're like dust. Man is dust. Man ain't nothing. Man boasted about, oh, I'm the greatest superpower in the world. We got the greatest military. Man is nothing. Understand? The Most High said man is ready. He's like a worm. Understand? So man feels because the Most High gave him a little power in the earth, he feels he's the greatest thing ever. But the Most High said man is like dust. Alright? Because the Most High made man from dust. He made us from the dust. The elements, all the elements that you see in the earth, that's what man was made from. Iron, copper, alright? All the different minerals in the earth, man was made from that because our body's made with those components. Read on.
As for man, his days are as grass.
See, the Most High said, as his days is like a grass. It comes up and it withers away. Read on.
As a flower of the field.
It's just like a flower of the field. It comes up today and tomorrow it's gone. Read on.
So he flourisheth. For the wind passeth over it, and it is gone, and the place thereof shall know it no more. But the mercy of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting upon them that fear Him, and His righteousness unto the children's children.
What verse is that?
17.
All right. Now from there, let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. All right. Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. And we're going to read the first verse. All right, read it.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season.
See that? So to everything there is a season. There's a season for everything in life. Read on.
A time to every purpose under the heaven.
A time for every purpose under the heaven. Read on.
A time to be born.
A time to be born is a time when every man, woman, child is supposed to be born in the earth. When the Most High gives an order to be born, nobody can stop it. When it was time for Moses to be born, Pharaoh couldn't stop it. Alright? So whenever the Most High give a decree for any child to be born in this earth, I don't care what you try to do to stop it, you can't stop it. Because it has been decreed by the Most High. Read on.
And a time to die.
It's a time to die. It's a time for every man to die. Whether he likes it or not. I don't want to die, no, I don't want to die, no. Sorry, buddy. When it's time to die, you're going to die. Alright? Read on.
A time to plant.
It's a time to plant. Go ahead.
And a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill. And a time to heal.
It's a time to kill. It's a time to heal. It's a time for everything under the sun. It's a time to kill unmercilessly when the time comes. And it's a time not to kill. It's a time when you have to execute vengeance. Alright? Some people say, you're dealing with a God that's a violent God. The Most High deals with every nature, every aspect of life. Good, evil, bad, righteous. The Most High deals with every aspect of life. Alright? So don't get the misunderstanding that the Most High is just all love. Yes, He loves, but He has a nature that man have not seen yet, and they're going to see it very soon. Read on.
And a time to heal.
It's a time to heal. Read on.
A time to break down and a time to build. A time to weep and a time to laugh.
It's a time for all of that, to weep. When someone dies, you weep, you mourn, you cry. Alright? Read on.
A time to mourn and a time to dance.
Right, it's a time to dance too. There's nothing wrong in dancing. You could dance. David danced to the Most High. He danced till his pants fell down. Alright? Almost half naked. And he was dancing for the Most High, praising the Most High. Alright? Read on.
A time to cast away stones. A time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing.
Right, it's a time to embrace and it's a time to refrain from embracing. It's a time for all things. Read on.
A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sue. A time to keep silent and a time to speak.
See? So it's a time to speak and it's a time to shut your mouth and listen. Alright? You ever hear the saying? Speak when you're spoken to. Otherwise, zip it. That's what it is. It's a time for everything. Everything under this earth, under the sun. Read on.
A time to love and a time to hate.
It's a time to love and it's a time to hate. Alright? Read on.
A time of war and a time of peace.
And it's a time of war and a time of peace. Today, this date, August 6th, in the year 1945, the United States of America dropped the atomic bomb in Hiroshima. And today is recognizing that date. So Obama went in I guess it's a gesture of a friendly reach out as like an apology to the Japanese for what America did to the Japanese during World War II when they dropped the atomic bomb on the Japanese. So they honor this day in what they did to the Japanese. Alright? And mind you, when they dropped this bomb on the Japanese, it was not dropped on the military personnel. It was dropped on the civilian population. Alright? That's a terrorist act. So if the Japanese had did it to them, they'd have been crying murder. Oh, a bunch of terrorists. But when they do it, everything is justifiable. It's to save American lives. You understand? But that was a terrorist act because that bomb could have been dropped on the military bases and the military personnel. But the best way to have a nation submit and to give in is to terrorize the civilian population. That will force the Japanese rulers to surrender. And you see the destruction of your people. You will say, damn. That's what they did to the Apache Indians. When Geronimo saw that at one point he couldn't fight no more, the white man started to kill out his own people. So he said, you know what? I'm going to surrender. I'm going to give myself up. But the white man couldn't defeat the Apache. Geronimo, when you had guys like Victorio, Geronimo, what's his name? Victorio, it was about 6 different chiefs of the Apache, and they were vicious. Esau said, how the hell are we going to destroy these Apache Indians? I was looking at a movie yesterday called, it was with Sean Connery. It was called he was called Shelley, what his name, and he was telling the British. He said, "Listen, this land belongs to the Apache Indians, and we don't belong here." He said, "We have to leave." The British said, "We're not going nowhere." You know, the British talk with an arrogant self. He said, "Listen, the Apaches have a nature of war that was not learned by textbook. They didn't go to school to learn how to fight war." He said it's a natural thing in their spirit to be warriors. You understand? And he was telling them, and they were like, "Yeah, we're going to defeat the Apaches." And the same way the Apaches came in and destroyed them. The Apaches was good, man. And you know what they specialize in? Ninja-like tactics in fighting the enemy. When you read the history of the Apache, you see the Apaches, how they fought Esau. Alright? And Esau knows that history about the Apache Indians. Alright? So, like I was saying today, Esau commemorates the day when he dropped the bomb on the Japanese. There are things a day after when he dropped the other bomb in Nagasaki. Alright? When he dropped two bombs, two atomic bombs on the civilian population. Alright? You want to say something on Matthew? No. Alright? So that was it on that, right? Now let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter. I want to show you something about death. So from here on, we're going to deal with death. 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, and the 42nd verse. And this deals with the resurrection of death. So when somebody in your family dies, yes, you mourn. But in the end of that is a resurrection of the dead. Alright? 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 42. So also is the resurrection of the dead.
See, there's a resurrection of the dead. So people weeping and crying, "He's not coming back, he's not coming back." If you believe in the Most High, what the scripture says, all your loved ones that died in the truth of the Most High and had faith in the Most High through the Hamashiach Yahushua, they're coming back in the resurrection. Even those that did good and those that did evil. Alright, read on.
Of the dead, it is sown in corruption, it is risen in incorruption.
Right, so this body died in corruption. Your body died in corruption, sins. Alright? But it's going to raise in incorruption in that day of the resurrection. Read on.
It is sown in dishonor, it is risen in glory.
Right, so our body's going to be risen in honor in that last day when Yahushua comes to resurrect those bodies. Alright? Every man and woman is going to be resurrected in that day, whether it's for good or for evil. Read on.
It is sown in dishonor, it is risen in glory. It is sown in weakness, it is risen in power.
Right, so we died in weakness, but we're going to be risen in power, great power. Read on.
It is sown a natural body, it is risen a spiritual body.
Right, we're going to have a spiritual body. That body that was old, decrepit, sickly, worn out, is going to be risen up into a spiritual body. Yes, you're going to come back with a natural flesh, but that body is going to be a spiritual body. That's not going to be acceptable to death, sins, weakness, none of those things. It's going to be risen to a spiritual body. Read on.
It is raised a spiritual body, there is a natural body.
See, you have a natural body, alright, read on.
And there is a spiritual body.
And there's also a spiritual body. Read on.
And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul.
Right, so Adam was made a living soul when the Most High made him. Alright, he was made a living soul. Read on.
The last Adam was made a quickening spirit.
And that last Adam represents Yahushua HaMashiach. He was made that quickening spirit. The Most High gave him that quickening spirit to know and understand all things. Alright? So that last Adam represents HaMashiach Yahushua. Read on.
Howbeit that it was not first which is spiritual, but that which is natural.
Right. So in the beginning, we didn't have that spiritual body. But in the end, we're going to have that spiritual body. Because we had to go through life in this corruptible state to be risen up to that glorious level. Alright? Because the Most High made us subject to vanity. Not willingly, but to give us hope. And to raise us up in the end. To be the gods of this earth. To rule this earth in righteousness. Read on.
But that which is natural, and afterward that which is spiritual. The first man is of the earth. Earthly, the second man is the Lord from heaven.
Right. So the first man was Adam, but the second man is Yahushua that came down. The Spirit of the Most High came down upon him, and he was resurrected and went back to the Most High. Right? Read on.
As is the earthly, such are they also that are earthly. And as is the heavenly, such are they also that are heavenly.
Right. So just like in the heavenly realms, our bodies and our spirit is going to be just like the spiritual realm. We're going to be changed to that level. All right. So the Most High is going to take away this corruptible body, this sinful body, and we're going to be changed to that spiritual level. That's the thing that we all should be hoping for, to get to that level. When you get to that level, then you're in what? Perfection. All right? And that's the state the Most High has in store for us. That's the promise that He made with us. And He's going to bring us to that level. To be just like gods. Remember Satan told Eve in the beginning of the garden? He said, if you eat of the tree, you shall be like gods, knowing good and evil. To be a god is to understand the realm of evil and righteousness. All right? And that's the level the Most High is going to bring us back on. Read on.
And as we have borne the image of the earthly, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly.
Right, so we're going to bear the image of the heavenly. We're going to put on that spiritual body. All right? Read on.
Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom.
What verse you're in now?
50.
All right, read on.
Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh.
So what is he saying? In this weakly state that we're in, we cannot inherit the righteous kingdom of the Most High. We have to be changed. All right? Because the body is so corrupt with sins, with diseases, all right? Infirmities. So we have to be changed to inherit a righteous kingdom, because everything is going to be changed. The spiritual dynamics of this earth, and everything is going to be changed. This world we live in is a weak world. The world to come is going to be a majestic world. It's going to be in a high, exceedingly high level. All right? And for us to enter into that kingdom, these bodies has to be changed. Read on.
Neither doeth corruption inherit incorruption.
Right, so this incorruptible body is not going to inherit corruption. All right? So we have to take off this corruptible body to inherit that incorruptible body. Read on.
Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep.
Right, when it says we all shall not sleep, meaning we are not going to sleep dead in the earth. All right? Spiritually dead and physically dead in the earth. Right? This is a mystery because not everybody can understand this. Read on.
But we shall all be changed.
Right, we're going to be changed. We are going to be changed from this corruptible state that we're in. This sinful nature body, the corrupt minds that we have, that's going to be changed. Read on.
In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye.
In a moment, in a twinkling of the eye. When the Most High give that command. Right? Read on.
At the last trump.
At the last trump. Read on.
From the trumpet shall sound. And the dead shall be risen incorruptible, and we shall be changed.
See, the dead is going to be risen. The physically dead is going to be risen in that day when Yahushua is returned. Alright? Just like when Yahushua was in the scene and Lazarus was dead, everybody was crying and weeping. What did Yahushua say to them when he came to the grave? What did Yahushua tell them? They was all crying, weeping. Oh, Master, if you was here, you would never have died. What did Yahushua say to them? He said he's sleeping. He's taking a nap. He's sleeping. That's all he's doing. You understand? So Yahushua rose him up. He said, Lazarus, come forth. What woke up Lazarus? The spirit. That voice when he gave that command. Lazarus, come forth. The Most High said he gave the command. He gave the word. the angels react to it. That's the word that Yahushua spoke, and Lazarus came forth out of the grave. So when that trumpet is sound, I don't know what sound it's going to make, but everybody that day is going to know that trumpet. It's going to be a trumpet that you have never heard. And when you hear it, the hairs on your body, everything is going like, what the? You're going to know it's something different that you have never heard. Your spirit is going to know that it's the angels and Yahushua making their second return. That trump is going to be a trumpet of this world. It's going to be an unusual trump. I know you hear all kind of sounds. You hear the national emergency signal. It's not going to be that sound. It's going to be a different sound. You're going to hear it deep down in your spirit. All right? Read that verse again.
In the moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound.
That trumpet is going to sound worldwide. Read on.
And the dead shall be risen incorruptible.
See, the dead is going to be risen incorruptible. They're going to be risen from the graves. Read on.
And we shall be changed.
And we're going to be changed. Read on.
For this corruptible must put on incorruptible.
See, this corruptible body must put on incorruption. It must. That's part of the plans of the Most High, to change us. Read on.
And this mortal must put on immortality.
So it means you can't die. Nothing can harm you or destroy you. But in the state that we're in now, if an ant bites you, you might die. A mosquito bites you, you might die. Alright? Because we're in that mortal state. But when the Most High changes us and give us that immortality, that's a glorious thing. Right? Read on.
So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory.
Right, so death is going to be swallowed up in victory. So there's not going to be no more death on that level. Alright? Yes, you're going to die when you get to that full ripe age that the Most High said a man shall live to be. Alright? But you're not going to die being 20 years old, a man dropped dead 25, 30 years old, 50, 60 years. 100 years is going to be like a baby in the kingdom. When you get to 100, it's going to be like Tawab. Alright? 100 years is nothing. Alright? So we're going to live to be a full length. The Most High gives us 1,000 years. And when we die, it's not going to be with no pain. It's going to be an easy, smooth transition. Alright? Right now we die with suffering, vexation, cancer, being shot up, being ran over. All these vicious and tragic death. But not in the kingdom. Read on.
O death, where is thy sting?
He said, oh death, where is your sting? Where's your sting, death? Read on.
O grave, where is thy victory?
Right. So the grave is not going to have no more victory over us in the future kingdom. Read on.
The sting of death is sin.
See, the sting of death is sin. Sin is what caused us to go through all these changes. Read on.
And the strength of sin is the law.
And see that? The strength of sin is the law. What verse was that?
56.
All right, read one more.
But thanks be to Yahweh, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahushua. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the works of the Lord. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord.
See that? So your labor is not in vain in the Most High. So if you die doing this, it's not in vain. There's a reward to it. You understand? The Most High always keeps his promise. There's a reward. Alright? Go to the book of Revelation 21. Revelation 21. And we're going to read the first verse down to the 7th verse.
The book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
So this is the new kingdom. This is the new heavens that the Most High is going to make. That new and righteous kingdom. Alright? Read on.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
That's this world we're living in now. That's going to be passed away. It's going to be destroyed. He's going to create a new heavens and a new earth. A new beginning. Read on.
And there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh.
So John saw this in a vision, how the new Jerusalem is going to be established. So the Most High showed him that vision, when he was seeing that vision of the new Jerusalem. So when he saw it in a vision, he was looking up. And the Most High was showing him what this new Jerusalem is going to be like in the future. Read on.
Out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men.
So the Most High's tabernacle is going to be here on earth with us. All right? The Most High's presence, His Spirit, His righteousness is going to be here on earth with us in the future kingdom. All right? Right now, the Most High's Spirit is not in this wicked kingdom. This is Satan's kingdom right here. Up and down, all over, upside down, backside, backways, down and up. All right? This is Satan's domain. But in the Most High's kingdom, Satan is not going to have no part. He's going to be on the outside. He's going to be somewhere far off. You understand? The presence of the Most High is going to be all righteous vibration in that kingdom. Read on.
And He will dwell with them.
And the Most High is going to dwell with them. His presence is going to be there. Read on.
And they shall be His people. And Yahweh Himself shall be with them and be their power. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes.
Right, so tears, you crying for your loved ones, Most High going to wipe away all tears from our eyes. The weeping, the mourning, tears, death, sorrow, all that's going to be wiped away because your loved ones is going to be right there back in the kingdom again. You understand? Death is only a transition from this world. All right? Read on.
And there shall be no more death.
See, it's not going to be no more death like we have today. You're not going to have that type of death. Read on.
Neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain.
See, pain, you suffering. Damn, I go to work, I pay my bills, still ain't got no money. You're suffering, pain. Your family, like, damn, daddy, I need this. But I can't get it for you this week, son. The paycheck, I have to pay the rent, I have to pay the mortgage, I have to pay the bills. The suffering, the pain. You go to work, you gotta deal with the big BS. The racism. Like this. This is a good example. Jake was going through pain. That's why he did what he did. Alright? He was suffering the pain. He said, enough is enough. Somebody's gonna die today. It's a good day to die. Alright? It's a good day for the AK. What do you have, AK or 9? 9mm, huh? So I guess he was ready. And the gun was in his lunchbox, right? All right. And you know, that's the spirit that's coming through the earth, death and destruction. Because Jake right now, the spirit is vexed. They're fed up with his foolishness. All right, they're tired. And I guess Esau was so surprised. My God, a black man, African American. What's next? Because this is really the first time that this ever happened. Jake ever did something like this. This is usually white boy do stuff like this here. All right? So I know he's probably wondering, my gosh, what is happening? All right? So this is just the beginning of what's coming upon the earth. Death, destruction, misery, pain, sorrow. All right? All these things are coming. All right? He said, I wish I had shot more. All right? So read on.
For the former things are